We're gonna try YouTube again. See what's going on. See if they're gonna do it again tonight. I just made a 12-minute video from the camera and downloaded it to YouTube. So we'll see if this works. Anyway, talk about what we've been talking about in the atmosphere. It's all a lie. It's all a fucking lie. How can they for sure prove that what they're talking about is real? How can they prove it? They can't. They're just talking out their ass. I have theories. I have opinions. I'm gonna go teach a fucking class on the universe, and I'll be right because what they're saying is bullshit. What the pictures they show you of what the galaxies look like out here, out here, out here, they're all anime. It's all an idea in somebody's head. They have no clue what it looks like. They have no clue what's going on out there. All we get is what is it? Radar bouncing back and forth or whatever. The Hubble telescope, maybe a little bit. How in the fuck are we supposed to know what things look like? Calculations, numbers, math. You know what? Who's gonna be able to prove you wrong? And if you do prove them wrong, they'll shut you down. The government's already shut my YouTube down and took 70 plus videos off. They've shut my Facebook down 7 times, or no, more than that. One day, just bam, 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 right after the other. But that's okay. I'm still here, still putting what I want to put out. Here we go again. We got let's see how long this one lasts. Anyway, what's out there? God knows. We're not the only people. And now the new theory is that we are on the remnants of a mega Earth that was here before us, and then a collision with this mega Earth. That's where our moon comes from. Now we lost that much. Now this mega Earth was like 100 times bigger than Earth, but all that's left is the moon, right? Whatever, and yeah, whatever. But it's all theories. They're just guessing on what they're telling you because we have no damn clue what the hell happened. There's no videos. There's no ancient history for millions of years in some library somewhere. We have no clue what happened in the universe. And no matter how much you crunch numbers, and no matter how many guesses you think you have, you're all wrong. Everybody is fucking wrong. We haven't a clue what's out there. I got just as much a clue as the rest of you. I probably got a better clue than most of you. And that's the way it is. I mean, the North Star is in the east now. There's no more North Star. No more North Star. It's in the east, right? Has the government told you about it? Has it been on the news? No, because everybody I tell about, they don't have a clue. They're fascinated at why they can't find the North Star anymore. The magnets are messing up because the Earth's wobbling, blah blah blah, because of the currents of the Earth. No, it's not. It's I really believe that Planet X is real, and it's came this way somehow, kind of hiding, whatever. I haven't seen it, but and I can't tell you that it's real because unless I see it with my eyes, I can't tell it's real. But for some reason, our planet's wobbling now. All the volcanoes. Yeah, I did that on my last video. Anyway, there's something going on this planet. There's something happening. The government's hiding a lot of shit, but with all the technologies now, we're finding it out about things. And the governments have to make excuses, or they just shut you down and they don't let you say anything. They take everything you got, whatever. And my computer's starting to act funny now on my YouTube video. My camera video didn't do this, but now the YouTube video is. The camera's wiggling, numbers are pausing. Anyway, let's see. And if you are out there, fuck off. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, whether you guys like it or not. And if you keep shutting me down, I'm just gonna go more public with it. I'll go to public TV and make my own show on public TV. How are you gonna do that? It'll shut down, but we'll know that I've been shut down. I already know. I have 150 friends back then. They've all seen the governmental symbol that was on my video, on my YouTube account. A lot of them thought that's the Secret Service come got me or whatever. All the videos that went missing. But my wife says if they show up, she's gonna let them take me, because I don't stop. But I'm tired of stopping. I'm tired of being told. I just this nothing works. Nothing is right. Things don't seem right anymore. I used to live in Shasta County. I'm in Humboldt County now. French Gulch has now an army base. It was done secretly in the middle of the night, slowly over a year. They just a couple of trucks here, a couple of trucks here. But now there's an army base up French Gulch, the back way to Highway 3 in Trinity County. Why? Why all of a sudden is there one there? I think it's because of the FEMA thing. They're trying to capture everybody up. And that's, watch out for the government. The rich or the middle class or ones with paper trails and all this kind of registered everything, you're up shit creek. They're gonna know where you are. They're gonna know what you have and come get you. I'm on the poverty line and stuff. It's people like us that will be able to slip through the cracks because they don't have big paper trails on us. They don't know all about us. They don't know what kind of things we have. We just can take off. But I'm telling you, when the government starts, you need to be capable of leaving. Four-wheel drives, your tents, your survivals, or whatever, and leave. And you gotta be able to go off-road. I mean, just making your own roads. Quiet mufflers, right? All kinds of water, all kinds of food, and a commitment to get where you're going and not be stopped. That's the whole thing. Because they're going to start shutting the highways down when shit starts happening and direct you right to FEMA camps. And then you're in a fenced area and not allowed to come out. What the fuck is that about? We're free in the world. Not allowed to come out? Bullshit. I'm not going in. The government's got the internet. They're shutting everything down. Facebook is now under governmental control because if the being who be, not Mark whatever, but the other ones, they don't like what you say, they shut you down. Happened to me 7 times in one day, one after the other. Just boom, video's gone. They even shut me down once. I had to recover it took me an hour and a half to find my Facebook account. So I have several now, so. But, I'm a nutcase sometimes. I get out there, sure, but I'm not wrong about everything. I'm not. And, there's too many sightings out there to be not true. The world's changing for it not to be true. The president's doing some fucking hilarious little TV show about Donald Trump thing. Trump, you're not on TV. It's not your fired show. Get the hell off the presidency and put a fucking somebody on there that's gonna help the world, the people of the United States, not yourself, the rich, and the other rich governments of the world. The whatever. Money doesn't rule. Well, it does now because they all got the money. But civil war is civil war. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but people get things done when they're scared for their lives. And I'm sorry, but you governmental people, you're all spoon-fed, wimp, don't know how to do nothing, couldn't fight, couldn't survive in the government. You got to have military to help you out and to protect you. But you know what? Your military's going to back out on you. They have families, they have friends, and they don't want to see them gone. So if you're going to count on the military to save your ass, good luck with that one. We're finding more and more of these huge governmental caves or whatever they're building, bunkers underground, because of the technology of the times now. But they're just, oh yeah, we're just doing this and we're just doing that. Well, you're making your guys self homes and survival places, but not for the world. But guess what? There's enough things in the United States, old tanks, old artillery, old whatever, that their doors aren't gonna, last. We'll be able to get in, and if you keep them to, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying what I'm saying, but if you try to keep the normal person out for their suffering and they have kids, we have kids, we will fight for our kids, and it took the backbone of the normal man with families that to start this war. Actually, you white men took it from the Indians and then said, we don't deserve it. We're just animals. Wipe them out. Well, you had weapons. We had arrows. Now we have casinos and most of you are broke, but it wasn't right. I'm not all Indian. I'm white, but I'm enough Indian to be prominent. But anyway, and that's another thing in the world. So if we all come from Africa, right? Why aren't we all black, right? How'd the Asians get slitted? Their eyes, they're skinny. Why did that happen in China? The atmosphere is different in China. The sun's not brighter, and you know and Aztecs. Where'd the Aztecs go? Right? They disappeared about what 2,500 years ago, maybe or whatever. Yeah, when the orbit of that planet, right? And about the Bible. Faith is to faith, right? But it's all over the Bible that it was people from space, aliens, come down to this earth, but all we knew back then with the intelligence that we had, they were gods. They come from the sky. They were gods. They had powers. Like all these new Egyptian things, the batteries from the Egyptian tombs, the 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 little gliders made out of gold that when you put a motor on them and make it life size or whatever, it really fucking flies. How'd they get the pyramids built? Whatever. They were lifted up there. Elephants didn't do it. People didn't do it. It would take thousands of years to do all that. No, it doesn't work like that. And now we're finding giant skeletons. You know, it's like, it all started back around Jesus' time. You know, it shouldn't have happened. I mean, but the rich is the rich, and the church took over. I mean, now I'm getting into religion, and you know what? Deal with it, because nowhere in the Bible says that you have to be in a church to give the minister or the preacher or whatever of the church money. No, he talks about praying outside near a rock and tree under the sky. Wherever you meet is your church, is where you get to pray. And think about it. If you're really praying to the heavens, right? Why would you get under a roof? Why not be out in the air, in this where you could see the skies and stuff? It's because the people got rich. Then the holy wars came. Then Jesus had too much power. Blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? He had more powers, but he gave up. He gave us it, but we don't know because we weren't there. All we know, it could have been just a ambassador from the aliens or whatever that was left here to learn and teach. But no, you can't have that. We got to stop him because he's taking the money away, right? Well, and the Moses, yeah, Moses, he walked up on that mountain, watched the burning bush, but they've already did this burning bush thing. But granite tablets, huge granite tablets. How in the hell did he carve them? And how in the hell did he walk down the fucking mountain with him in his hands? You know, Ten Commandments. Who knows? He was probably up there getting behind the local fucking grow weed, and because he spent, well, I don't know the exact amount of time he was up there, but he's probably chipping away, and because he wants to be prayed, but he wants to be in control. And how do we know it was all them years? Oh, and then we get to the Straits of Gibraltar. The Egyptians are on us. Boom! Let's spread the ocean. Well, if there's a tsunami on the other side of the world for some reason, the Straits of Gibraltar get really shallow, and it is walkable. I've been told, and I understand. On day it gets real low, so it could have been about the time when Atlantis all of a sudden disappeared, or a mighty earthquakes or whatever, being in the right place at the right time. How do we know they just didn't have boats and took boats across? Because all these books and all the in the Bible were written by different people, different times. We don't know what these people were like. It might have been a storyteller. It might have been a prophet. It might have been true what they were writing. Or it could have been some wacko that was drinking too much of the sour stuff, or a mentally handicapped person that was insane and wrote all this stuff. Plus all the books. Now, if you don't think it's true, kiss my fucking ass, alright? You know it's true. There's books of the Bible that are under the seat of the Vatican, stories below the Vatican. There's books that aren't allowed to be read by the normal person because it does not follow the church's way. It makes the church look wrong the whole time. It takes the power away from the church. But why should the church have power to begin with? It's a religion, it's faith, it's praying to a being. Just because you're focusing the prayers and you're there does not make you powerful. It doesn't give you the right to collect gold, to collect whatever you want, and do what you want. Dare you go to the Vatican and do something wrong? Dare you, back in the day, the cardinals could chop your heads off. They'd kill you for your woman. It's all about power. And that's where the church has gone wrong. And I know I'm going to hear bullshit about it. I'm not saying there's not a being. I'm not saying there's no faith. And I'm not bad-mouthing your religions and your faiths and what you believe. But if you believe the Bible word for word, you have a problem. You really have a problem. And the ones that believe that the Quran, it's all in faith, but to believe it word for word, you cannot really believe that every word is gospel and truth. You can't. It's impossible. And for you to really think and have that much faith, you need to pick out what is you, what makes you better, what you believe in to help you through life and your faith. It's not because look at what some of the people that believe in the Quran,